Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you've not been here before, I am converting a Ford Transit Custom into a camper van. Now, on one of the previous videos, I had mentioned that we're going to give you a tutorial on how we're doing our cushions. We're doing them with foam, wadding and material. Well, I'm not, the firecracker is. So this is basically going to be a tutorial on how we're doing it on a budget, because as looking around, everywhere we look to seem to find the cushions alone are coming to around £650. Now we can cut that in half, literally. We're going to show you exactly how we do it. I will drop all the links in the description as to what we've used, where we've got them from, and I hope this helps you. Now, next up is the firecracker with the tutorial. I do hope you like this video, guys, and I hope this helps you out, guys. I know, rabbit in there. And I do hope this helps you out.
Hello guys, and you've got myself today for this video, and what I will be doing today, I'll be putting wadding over the foam for the seats. We chose to use the wadding simply because it just helps to protect your fabric and it helps to protect your foam, and it just gives you that bit of better wear and tear as well. And it's very simple steps. So what we have to do, we'll just basically fold it over, we stitch the sides, and we'll just basically make a pocket, and then it's ready to go into the covers. We are picking up fabric today for the covers, and I will go through the process of how we're going to make them. But for now, I better to go and get myself busy, as I have quite a lot to do, and I have to get them all covered. That's one side done, and I'm just halfway through the other side. So basically we meeting up two edges together and stitching it up. I've got one more side to do and cushion will be ready. So it's pretty simple, self-explanatory and pretty easy to do, and in that it would just give you that extra cushioning. It will protect your foam, it will give you better durability, and it will be just nicer and like fuller cushions to be seated at. So yeah, I've got a few more to do, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. So for the corners, it's very easy. So I'm just folding one in and then the other two sides over, and that would give me very nice and sort of sharp finish and no bulkiness, and that would fit into my cushion very nicely.
So here you're just using a normal bit of thread, a normal needle, and just stitching it simply.
Yeah, just meeting two edges together.
So as you can see, the edges meet.
Just a simple stitch, simple needle.
Squeezing it cushion, wrapping it round, and giving it a good stitch. But pretty simple, really. Although
you can use like fabric staples and whatnot, but we haven't got one, so I don't see a need in spending money on unnecessary things when it could be done by hand, and it's pretty straightforward.
That's Sandra making this look very, very easy, although I should add, so the foam we got from E-foam, and we had them cut to size, so we measured each individual piece, and that's how we did it, rather than getting a larger piece and chopping it down, because it worked out cheaper.
Yeah.
The wadding we got off Amazon, so as I said before, I will chuck the links in the description, but I think that was relatively cheap anyway. With E-foam, when we got the foam cut down to size and what we ordered, they did also give us a free pillow, which is
quite
handy.
Nice.
Yeah, which is a nice touch. Following on from that, the fabric that the dogs have now found as their new home, which you can see sat on the chair. We found someone on Facebook Market and decided to get the upholstery from an individual dealer, let's say. Now, for that, it was £4 a metre, I believe. Do you want to say hello, Gabrielle?
Hello.
Hello. So that was £4 a metre, which worked out pretty much half price in normal retailers.
Yeah.
Now
It's fire
they,
resistant as well.
yeah, which is fire resistant too. And she is a lovely lady called Nikita. We found her on Facebook Market, and Fab Fabrics is where she is. She's based in the Midlands. It's by appointment only. But if it is something that you're after, jump on there, give her a shout, and I'm pretty sure she can help you out. As you know, also at the back of the van, it's not just a straight flush cut. Near the doors is like a bit of an angle that you need to chop out. So what I've done is I've scribed a little bit of cardboard. I've done myself a little template, and all we're going to do, this is the back cushion that's going to go across the rear. So obviously this has got wadding on, but we're going to chop it out of the foam underneath. So we put that to the edge, and that is the angle. Now it's the same either sides. I have checked and I've measured both sides, and it fits either side. So all we'll do is chop that little section out, and then obviously stitch the wadding on, and then furthermore move on to the material. Now I'm going to pass you back over to Sandra. She is going to continue with this tutorial, this educational video, and she will next be putting on the material. It'll be all about stitching the material on and creating our cushions. Now, we did also go and get some zips. We've got some zips and other bits and bobs from Dunelm. Relatively cheap stuff, but these are obviously all necessary. These are the bits you do need. What we've done is we've marked out the template. We've got a seam allowance. We've got obviously the cushion itself, but twice the distance, because obviously it's going to wrap round. And again, 20 centimetres this side, because the cushions are 100mm, 10 centimetres, so that's enough for it to completely go round with a seam allowance where you can stitch. And what we're doing now is we're simply just sticking in some pins to tighten it, because we have two cushions of this exact same size, which are going to be the centre ones for the bed. When the bed folds over, if you have a U-shaped seating, you'll know exactly what I mean. So to save us marking it all out twice, we're going to mark it out once, essentially clamp it with the pins so it isn't going to move, chop this out, and then there will be our two bits of material for the two cushions. So it saves a little bit of time and a lot more prep work. So that's the idea of what we're doing with this one. Okay, so what Sandra's doing right now is sorting out the gusset. Now the gusset is basically to help you tie the corner in and make a nice square corner. And the way that you do that is you divide the depth of your cushion by 2, which ours is 100mm, which will give us 5. And then you'll minus your seam allowance, which ours is 1.5 centimetres, leaving us 3.5 square. So we'll chop the 3.5 square out of the corner, so when it comes to folding and stitching in, the corner will be
square.
I mean, that's not square, that's round, but it will be square.
It'll give us a nice sharp corner,
a nice
cushion to sit in. So basically we'll be making this so your cushion would sit in nice and tight, and yeah, you have a sharp edge to it.
Okay, so now we're ready for some wizard reaction. Sandra in her domain. What we're doing now is stitching the zip on, right?
Yeah.
So stitching the zip on. This is obviously going to be folded on the inside, and the zip will be on the inside. So it's got a nice finish to it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, if you have any inquiries about Sandra doing yours, just send her an email over to www.sandrasonlydoingmyvan.com. Thank you very much. Okay, so I said I'd give you a breakdown on costs. Now, the original cushions were roughly between £600 and £650, depending on who you went to, but they are quite expensive. Now, so if we talk about the cost it's cost us, the foam from eFoam was £169.99. The material that we bought from Fab Fabric was £52. She gave us for 50. Nice lady. Then we had, what else did we have? The Wadding, which was £35.99. And then you've got all the little accessories like the zip. What else did we have? The zips.
So you have to buy zip by the length separately. Then you get the zip pulls as well. I think there is a set of so many. Then thread, just to match your colour of your fabric. What else did we get?
So those little types of things, the little accessories.
It's about
I mean,
20
to £30.
Yeah, about 20 maximum.
20 to £30. So when we add all that together, that's less than £300. So there you are. That is cut literally in half. So if you're on a budget, or if, you know, like me, you feel like £650 is quite a lot of money just for a few cushions. Now, don't forget, obviously, this all depends on your size of your vehicle. You might have a bigger vehicle, you might have a smaller vehicle, but for our vehicle, which is a Ford Transit Custom short wheelbase, the U-seated furniture, which is pretty much the same as the Vivaro, the T5s and T6s, pretty much the same size as that. It's a short wheelbase van. Original cost £600 to £650. You can get that down to £300 with ease. And we're back on another day. Sandra's been really busy this morning. We've been up really early, and she has done 2 cushions over here. There's actually 3 cushions done right now. Chopping up for the final 2 cushions, although I do have to chop out the sections on this one, but up to now looking really, really good. Look at the corners on these bad boys. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Looks like it's come from SFS.
DFS, you mean?
DFS. Is it called DFS?
This is the zips.
Oh. And when we spoke about the zips being sort of sealed away, as you can see, there's a stitch down the inside. It just tightens up, makes that look lovely. What a talented young lady this lady is. High five. So that's where we're at up to now. Everything's looking good. As you can see, if you have the skill set, you're going to save some cash doing it this way. Using the template, literally just drawing this out. And what I'm going to do is just mark off either edge where that area is. Mark down on this edge where that area is. Then we'll flip this around. Like so. Rinse and repeat. So again, just marking the area. Now this foam is pretty easy to cut. We've just used a sharp butcher's type kitchen knife. We've already done one. We just wanted to make sure it chopped through, and it does. It chops through like butter. And then as I say, marking the edges. Just using a straight edge. Make sure we've got that nice meat. Both sides. So that's the area we're chopping out. Now, normal knife. And this should just chop through pretty decent. You can see. Bish, bash, bosh. And there is your angles. So it's just a case of wadding that, rinse and repeat as with the others. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm doing it, and it's easy because it's not me that's doing it, but it looks easy. So rinse and repeat just like the others, and that's your back cushion. And that's another one complete. Looks like a big handbag, doesn't it? But now look at that. Look at the quality. Isn't she a good egg, eh? That's the thing, you see, even the zip is hidden away. Brilliant, eh? Get out of it. And that's another one bites dust. Today's been a busy day in the Dino household. We've got young Gigi stripping a bit of material. We've got our Sandra in kitchen blasting off with Toyota. Is that a hybrid? And then myself, I'm not just jacking, I have been also doing bits. So I have been cleaning out the inside, getting rid of all the tools. I've carpeted the control panel. I have also curtain rail. Now with this one, all I've done is put up a piece of 32 by 32 timber straight across, a little noggin in the middle, drilled up. That is solid, it's not going nowhere. This one here, a couple of self-tapping screws through the clips that hold this bracket, and so we'll have a curtain which will drape with magnets either side. Same with this, magnets to obviously, you know, black out the whole area. Now we are aiming to use the same material as we're using for the cushions for the curtains, provided we've got enough. So that should look nice. Obviously sink's done, everywhere's cleaned up. I'm buzzing, I can't wait to get these cushions in and these curtains on. A little while later, 2 kebabs and a whiskey and a coke. We're there. Check this out. So we now have the cushion with the angles. I tell you what, I am really impressed with that. That is really good. Isn't she an angel? Look at that. Look at that. We are still yet to put it in and see if it fits, but I'm pretty sure it will.
It will.
So we are now down to the final piece. How are you feeling, Sandra? Tired. So this is the final one, and then we're going to take you into the van and we're going to show you exactly how it looks. I've had a little sneaky peek because I took a few cushions out, and yes, so here goes. So as long-winded as this video has been, the finale has come and we have finished. We're at a point now where we are able to go out in the van and we are able to explore and go around the UK in comfort, with heat, with comfort of this sofa that turns into a bed, with the sink. All down to this lady today. She has been working really hard and we are having a bit of a chin because well, we deserve it. We've been up since 3:30 again because the van has actually been in for a service today, so wifey had to take me to work. Unfortunately I get up really early, hence Sandra's tired today also, but she's worked really hard. And look at it, look at the result, guys. Look at where we're at.
Ta-da!
Absolutely buzzing. We are good to go. So I do hope you like this video, guys. That is where we're at. That is the end, and I hope it's helped you understand a little bit about how you can save some money. I mean, this again has cost us half the price, and in my opinion is a lot better quality and will last a lot longer than what I have seen for £650. Me and Sandra are going to have a couple of drinks now and relax. I might actually stay in here rather than going in the house. But thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy, and the next video, I guess, will be out on the road having an adventure. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.